So to start with, you're going to want to lay out all your ingredients. For my cheeses, I'm using Camembert and Brie, which are both soft cheeses, and then Gruyere, which is slightly nuttier. Any hard cheese will do. For charcuteries, I've got Saucisson Sec and Salami. And then for the fillers, I've got sunflower seeds, walnuts, olives, kiwi, blueberries, apricots. I've got a little mini pumpkin as well, which I found. And then I'll be using our Honeycomb honey and lavender as decoration. So the next thing we're going to be doing is prepping our kiwis and cheeses. So with the kiwi, we're going to be making it into a star. So I'll show you how to do this. Just grab a sharp knife and you want to put it in at an angle and make sure it touches the bottom of the chopping board. So you'll be able to feel that. And then just go about 1 centimetre away and do the same. And you're going to go all the way around the kiwi, making sure you can feel the chopping board at the bottom. So once you've gone all the way around, this should be fairly even. And then you're going to go in again and connect the highest point to the lowest point. So again, making sure you can feel the bottom of the chopping board and just kind of stabbing it down. So once you've done that, you've got the satisfying part to come. If you pull them apart, hopefully you can see a lovely star shape. So if you set these to one side, you just clear down the board slightly. The next thing we're going to prep is our Brie. So for this, you're going to be going along and we're trying to make it into long slices of Brie. Probably won't need the full amount, probably around half. So once it's down, we're creating a kind of fan of Brie, which you'll see when I lay them down in a second. Can stick to the side of the knife if it's particularly creamy. Oh. There we go. So what we'll be doing is just laying it down slightly lower with each one, and it will create a kind of fan effect. I might just take my other knife and slice that off. There we go. If you've just chopped the kiwi, I would use that knife just because the slight citrus helps to take the brie off. There we go. It's probably all we'll need, so I'll leave that there. So once you're finished with that, just carefully pick it up. In fact, you can probably keep it on the board if you do want. And then we'll move on to prepping the final cheese. So this is the Camembert, and this is going to be slightly trickier. You can create any shape here. You could do a ghost or a pumpkin. I'm going to do a bat, I think. The first attempt at this. So what you want to do is take a sharp knife, or alternatively a sweet corn skewer, and you're going to trace out the shape of whatever item you're doing. So it could be a ghost, could be a bat, and just get that shape first. So lightly scouring it. Go for some little ears. Not sure quite how bat shaped this one's going to turn out, but hopefully you'll be able to tell what it is. So yeah, just about a bat. Once you've got that shape, we're going to go all the way down. So again, it touches the bottom of the board. We're going to be lifting this out, so it will be slightly tricky and you might lose some of the delicacy of the shape. These ears are going to be the trickiest bit. Go. So now, in theory, should come out. Let me. Probably need a little more cutting depending on how creamy the Camembert is. There we go, nearly there. Just going to loosen this bit as well. Go. Here we go. Now you want to keep this little bat shape, it might need a bit kind of loosening up. There you go, and then just go in and remove any excess inside the cheese. We will be filling this in, so if you've done a pumpkin, then dried apricots would be a great thing to give the orange colour. So there you have a little bat and a bat cut out. So I'll put these to one side. Next we're going to move on to actually creating the board. Great, so I'm using a black plate, so you can do it on whatever. Chalkboards are also really good if you want the kind of black Halloween effect. I've got a mini pumpkin as well, which I'm just going to place down just for decoration. So the first thing I'm going to place down is our cheese that we've just created. Just going to pop that there, and the bat. As a general rule, you want to place the biggest things down on the board first. So there we go. Next, we're going to take our Brie folds. So this little fan we've created. My plate's quite small, so I will just let it overhang slightly. You can cut it down. There we go. If it is far too long. So the next thing we're going to do is take our salami, or whichever charcuterie you have. So what we want to do here is just create little folds. So kind of folding in half and half again, but fairly loosely. And then if you just pinch the bottom, it creates a lovely little kind of flower effect. You will find they fall down quite a lot at the start, but once there's multiple there, they'll kind of support each other. There you go. And just going all the way to the end. there. And just one or two more. There we go. I might just stop at that. Great. The next thing I'm going to do now is take my lavender. So the effect of this, and the reason we're using lavender, is to create little spider's legs. So this is just some dried lavender I picked from our garden. I'm just going to break off so it's a bit smaller. And with most cheeses you'll find you don't actually need to make little holes in the side, it'll just push in itself. But if you do, just again use something small like a sweet corn pick. Again. Might have to shorten these so it doesn't poke out in the shape. And then the fourth one, I might just shorten that top one so it's not uneven. Ooh. There we go. And then you can put a couple on the other side too. There we go. I might not put the full four on that side, just because there's not a lot of room. Great. Now, the next thing I'm going to move on to is the cube cheese. I'm just going to slot this down here. Just kind of nestling it in, packing it nice and close. Great. Next I'm going to take the kiwis that we chopped earlier and just pop these. I think I might, not sure where to put them. Put one there and one down here. Next I'm going to take the saucisson. So I've just chopped this up fairly roughly and then create a little edge. Kind of round off that plate. Next I'm going to start filling in the gaps, so I'm going to add some olives. Just going to put some up here. And then some down here. Now I'm going to take the soft dried apricots, and these just add little pops of colour, so I'm going to put these down here. If you're using a black base like I am, it's quite important to put lots of colour in there. Otherwise it won't look as appetising. There we go. Next you're going to just look at these small areas where we've got nothing, and I'm going to pop some walnuts and sunflower seeds. So you're just trying to cover any of those small gaps of black. Next, what we're going to do is fill in our little shape. So, because I'm doing a bat, I want fairly dark colours. So I'm going to use blueberries and sunflower seeds. My sunflower seeds. Fill in those more delicate areas. You can either leave this little bat white or you can use blueberries again to add some colour. So I'm going to try and make mine as dark as possible. I've actually cut these blueberries in half just because it makes it easier for them to stay down. Just going to again use sunflower seeds for those ears. Cover it as much as possible. There we go. So once we're done now, we're very nearly done. I'm just going to add some cut-comb honey, which is available on our website. And this is the perfect addition, any cheese board. So, just lift that. I'm just going to slot that on the brie, pop it there. Adds another little pop of colour. And then a couple of sunflower seeds just dotted in there to make it pop. And we're done. So that is the Halloween cheese and charcuterie platter. Thanks for watching.